Good day, everyone. So, my name is Amita Malay, BS Ed 3, major in Val Ed. So, this is my video presentation of my summary about PNU Access Approach in Teaching Values Education. So, the PNU Access Approach has a very high probability of winning the hearts and the minds of the learners of values. Introduction. A teaching truism reminds us that there is no one way to teach anything or anyone. In values education, many advocates of approaches and methodologies had attempted to present well-intentioned pronouncements on how one can best teach values. The PNU effective cognitive experience for self-direction or access teaching approach to values education. In values education, many advocates of approaches and methodologies had attempted to present well-intentioned pronouncements on how one can best teach values. As a result, teachers in their fear to be identified with the limitations of the approaches either do not use them or try a little of all the methods in an electric manner. So now we will proceed to the theory. The access teaching approach is based on the confluent theory of education. The theory provides for the following together an interaction of the effective and cognitive elements in individual and group learning. Educators differ in their approaches to education. Confluence, moreover, means wholeness. The access approach conforms with the confluent theory of education. The integration of these two dimensions aims balance the two components of values development for the person to have a solid. So, according to Kroll 1987, the aim of education is an education for living. It gives meaning and direction to all we do, including not only what, but how and why we might learn any technical information. He further states that learning values is not enough. True education involves learning and becoming a different person. Values education, therefore, should have these vital components of true education. The truly educated person is one who actually puts into practice what he has learned not only to benefit himself but also others. So, the teacher as values director. The teacher as values director has certain tasks to do, and there is four. First is processing of learnings. Second, directing the focus of awareness. Third, providing cognitive inputs. And lastly, action phase. So when we call processing of learnings, in processing the cognitive and affective learnings that surface in the discussions, the facilitator helps the students clarify their values or option further. So next is directing the focus of awareness. Unlike in the two approaches, values clarification and moral dilemma, the access facilitator suggests and directs here. He believes that values development goes beyond self-awareness or the discovery of one's values. In other words, the facilitator directs the focus of awareness to an aspect of a value issue worth looking into. The access approach, therefore, does not lead the students to think that decision making is all a matter of personal opinion or him. It does not leave the teacher non-committal. The teacher should not be values neutral. So next is providing cognitive inputs. In effect, the access approach provides the development of an adequate construct system. Cognitive inputs may be necessary at this point to present various sides of the issue. So next is action phase. Practical application is done where the learner is expected to transfer his affective and cognitive learnings into actual situations. So there are 7 elements of the ADRA or ICAL process. In a facilitating, the access facilitator considers 7 elements of an andragogical process. So this is the first, climate setting; second, involving learners in mutual planning; third, involving participants in diagnosing their own needs for learning; four, involving learners in formulating their learning objectives; fifth, involving learners in design learning plans; six, involving learners carry out their learning plans; and lastly, involving learners in evaluating their learning. So, when we call climate setting, in planning procedures for climate setting, give attention to physical environment and psychological atmosphere. A suggested arrangement for values education classroom is putting the chairs in one large circle or several small circles. Next is involving learners in mutual planning. People tend to be committed to any decision in proportion to the extent to which they have participated in making it. So, third, involving participants in diagnosing their own needs for learning. So means this process should meet the needs the learner are aware of felt needs with the needs their organizations or society has for them ascribed needs. Next is involving learners in formulating their learning objectives. So, what procedures can be used to help learners translate their diagnosed needs into learning objectives? So that's all, guys. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope you learned.